Hello there, my name's Steve Woody and I'm the founder of Axie Scholar UK. I'd just like to take a few moments today and just talk to you about this opportunity, give you a better understanding of what it is that we're doing here at Axie Scholar UK. So our mission is to help incredible individuals take control of their financial freedom. We're going to do this through play to earn crypto games. So what does that look like? Well, firstly, we're going to use scholars or people that can take a scholarship, and they're going to use their device to play a game. In this game, they're going to earn a crypto asset, which is called SLP, and they're going to be able to sell that on the marketplace for real world cash. That cycle will then repeat. This game is called Axie Infinity, and this requires 3 creatures known as Axie, which will battle in an arena in an environment with another player and their 3 creatures, their 3 Axie. The winner of the battle will win the SLP, and then the cycle repeats. So how much does an Axie cost? Well, at the moment for a competitive Axie team, you're going to be spending about $500 per Axie, which is about $1,500 for a team. Now, Online Mastery, which is my parent company, found an opportunity in this marketplace because there are people in countries such as the Philippines that can't afford to buy these Axie. So what we do through Axie Scholar UK is we purchase these Axie and we lease them to the players so that they're able to play the game, and in return they give us a percentage of the crypto asset that they earn, and so we can sell that on the marketplace as well. The current market share of Axie Scholar UK is $34 billion. That is a fully diluted market cap with about $1.5 billion in annual revenue. There are 2 million active daily users right now, and that is before the app is even on the App Store. It is not on the App Store yet, and so this is early adoption that is still in kind of alpha or beta phase of development. There are also 10 million monthly transactions through the Axie Infinity marketplace. So how does it work? Well, it's very simple. We start off by looking to sponsors to loan money. We'll talk about the amount and the terms a little bit later, but that money would then be used to purchase the Axies required for the scholar to play the game. We have a scholarship agreement that the scholars sign into, agreeing to follow certain terms and conditions. And then they have access to the Axie to go and play the game. We then offer high-end coaching with one of the top 20 players within the world. And we have a coaching team, not just within the game, but within life itself, to ensure that the players get the absolute maximum out of themselves and out of the game. This results in an increase in the leaderboard, and that results in an increase in the rewards that are attributed to the players. Every 15 days, they're able to cash out those rewards into their crypto wallet, and we take a percentage of that. 50% goes to the scholar, 25% will go to the sponsor, 25% will go to Axie Scholar UK. After 12 months of doing this, the scholar will graduate, they will own the NFT assets that we have provided them, and then the sponsor will have received a positive ROI, and the process can repeat with a new scholar. So let's have a quick look into our scholarship agreement. We ask that our scholars play the game for 2 to 4 hours per day. That is enough for them to expend all of their energy within the game, and then that resets every 24 hours. We also ask that they're able to play for 5 days a week. This is to ensure that there is activity within the account and it is not left dormant. This equates to 250 days per year, and we consider this to be fair working conditions and not exploitation of a low economic country with minimal opportunities. So this, in terms of SLP, equates to a minimum requirement of 100 SLP a day, which is very easy to obtain with all of the resources that we deliver. We ask for an ideal SLP of 160 a day, which is very, very possible, and in an ideal world with above average, they would be obtaining 250 SLP per day. So let's have a look at the terms of our agreement. We have 3 terms. The first is that the scholar must earn 40,000 SLP in total to graduate. They must also have been a scholar for a minimum of 12 months. And the sponsor must break even on their loan, their investment. That is also key. So we are all about people before profits. We want to ensure that the sponsor is profitable. We want to ensure that the scholar is looked after, and we want to have a win-win situation. And these terms are the best way for us to simply achieve that without putting any stress on any one party. So let's have a look on the return of the investment and how that looks from sponsor's perspective. Well, the first is going to be the social impact that you're going to have. And this is probably the biggest return, not financially, but you're going to change a life. I'm going to explain to you very shortly on some of the lives that we've changed since we launched this program just 3 months ago. Now, if the SLP price of the crypto asset was to be at 12 cents, at just 12 cents, you would get in 12 months a 17% return on your investment. If the SLP price was to double to 24 cents, then you would receive 134% return on your investment. And if we were to hit all-time highs, which we have currently hit just a few short months ago, then you would be looking at 290% ROI on your investment. Now, the price of SLP right now, it's at an all-time low, and we're expecting updates in the game which will change this, but it ranges from 6 cents to 40 cents, and we're looking at an average price of 24 cents once the market settles. Let's also look at a best case scenario. If a scholar was to earn the maximum 250 SLP per day, and they were to go above and beyond to 335 days, because let's be honest, they're playing a game and no scholar yet has really taken a day off. So even if we was to allow for a whole month off within a year, they're going to play for 335 days. And let's say that the SLP price in this example is at the all-time high of 40 cents, then that means that you are going to obtain a 509% ROI on your initial investment in just 12 months. We track absolutely everything that the scholars do in their activity, from every game they play to whether they're performing, whether they're struggling, to look at their ranking, the payouts. Absolutely everything in terms of data is analyzed. We have teams that are able to pick up on people who are struggling, offer them assistance and help to ensure that they are always meeting the minimum requirements, and also looking after your investment. So let's look at our current scholars' performance to see how they are doing right now in real time. We currently have 53 scholars who are earning between 100 and 160 SLP, above the minimum requirement. We don't have a single scholar at the moment who is under the minimum requirement. We have 9 scholars right now earning between 160, which is the ideal, and 170 SLP. We have 32 scholars right now who are earning over 170 SLP, but between 170 and 200 SLP range. And we currently have 32 scholars who are over 200 SLP that are currently between a 200 SLP and some even as high as 550 SLP per day. Now, the left-hand side of this graph that you're looking at are scholars that have been within the program for less than 1 month. It takes between 2 to 4 weeks for the scholars to get used to the game, the mechanics, the teams that they have access to, the training, to get the coaching sessions in. And so on the right-hand side, everybody over 170 SLP has been within the program for at least 2 weeks, but over a month. And I think it's important to realize this, that it is the training that truly sets our scholars apart from other organizations doing something similar. Okay, so let's have a look at some of our data. In terms of our Facebook data and our social reach right now, we have 7,162 followers on our Facebook account. That equates to 400,000 minutes of content that has been watched to date. We have over 500,000 organic reach, and we are one of the top 25% of content creators around the world in Facebook right now. Our Discord community, which is where we spend all of our time, has 3,460 members right now, and that is averaging 288 new members per week. We have a 58% retention rate of users coming back every day to talk, to engage, and to learn. We've built not just a community here, but you'll find if you step inside our Discord channels, it's actually a family. And I'm very proud of this more than anything else, to say that we have built this in such a short space of time, but also that it is just so impactful and makes such a difference in so many areas of so many people's lives. And we currently right now have 3,990 applications for scholarships. These are scholars that we have done Know Your Customer, we have ID checked, and we have interviewed these to ensure that they are of a level and a quality that we would expect within our organisation and within our program. We do that to ensure that your sponsorship investment is protected as much as possible, but also that our community is protected and we remove any toxicity from our environment. We have 3 core values within our organisation, and the first of those is to be respectful. We expect you to be respectful to yourself and to each other. Our second is that you are positive, and that is remaining positive even when times are difficult. And our third, and probably our most important, is that you have fun. This is a game after all, and life should be enjoyed, and we want our scholars to remember that no matter where they live in the world. So let's have a look at our scholar data right now as of the 25th of October. We have 129 scholars live right now. They are averaging 173 SLP per day. That equates to $90,000 every 4 weeks that is paid out based on that market price of 12 cents per SLP. So that works out, if you consider an average scholar on a monthly basis, at $348 per month per scholar. To give you some context, the average monthly wage in the Philippines is 11,300 pesos, which equates to $223. So we are paying well above the average wage in the Philippines for our scholars to be able to play a game for 2 to 4 hours a day. Let me give you a graph to explain this better. Every region here within the Philippines is shown on the left-hand side, and not one region is earning more than 500 pesos per day. Whereas Axie Infinity on the right, you can see, is earning around 2,000 pesos per day. And so what are our scholars able to do with this? Well, they're able to repay debts, they're able to buy medicine, they're able to provide food and clothes for their children, they're able to cover rent and pay bills, they're able to celebrate special events and enjoy life, and even go as far as purchasing their own property. And this is just a small example of what our community has been able to do. One of our scholars by the name of Miracle, he's scholar number 6, says, Axie Infinity changed my life. I was able to buy my own phone, pay all the bills in our house, and even buy my own property. He bought the house from his parents with the money that he earned from playing a game. Ivan P, another scholar, scholar number 14 in our family. I was working in the construction industry away from home. On October 5th, 2021, I went home to my son and my wife, and I'm not leaving them again. My son is growing and I was not around at the start. Axie has changed that, and now I'm able to be with him all the time. This is just a small example of the hundreds of testimonials, success stories, and lives that have been changed by the people that have helped these scholars by giving them a sponsorship opportunity. So where are we now? We currently have 36 sponsors around the world that have loaned $100,000 this month. We're also in the final stages of closing a deal right now that is going to be worth $1.2 million. And that is going to allow us to onboard a lot more scholars very quickly. So let's have a quick look at what we've done just to recap. We've launched the prototype of this. We've grown a community and built a family and proven that the system works, all within 3 months. Everything right now is ready to scale. So what's next? Well, we just need mass funding. That's all we need right now to bring the 4,000 applicants that we currently have online. And we estimate this is going to cost approximately $5.5 million to achieve this. So this is where we need you, because now it's your turn. I want you to join us on this incredible adventure as we put people before profits and change the world one person at a time. For you to be able to get involved, it costs just £1,000 per scholarship. You can sponsor as many scholars as you like, but in order to be classified as an angel investor, we ask for a minimum investment of 50 scholars. And that's it. I thank you for your time. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. And please, please, please head over to our website, axiescholar.co.uk, to be able to learn some more. Thank you.